All right, so you are warmly welcome once again to another session of the Voice of Reformation, which is a platform dedicated to championing or charting new paradigms, engaging paradigms, counter perspectives to what is prevailing now. Mind you that this comes your way from the New African Concept, which is a movement, a very radical movement, looking at championing the cause of national transformation, holistic national transformation. And this series presents as the School of Values. The School of Values. These set of values are what we as a people or as a movement, we are hoping and really anticipating that it can be injected into the cultural DNA so that the average person begins to exhibit these values. Together, if these things are done, then we'll be able to have a great nation. We believe strongly in Ghana. I personally believe in Ghana, and so must you, any day, anytime. Today, we want to look at a very great value which all nations, all societies that desire to really advance must take a critical look at. And that is the value of questioning and critical thinking. The value of questioning and critical thinking. If we will be able to advance as a people, then we must really imbibe this value strongly. Let me start with critical thinking. Common sense is very necessary, and common sense is actually the lower form of intelligentsia. Common sense is just, we'll present it as a sense of good judgment in any day, any time, in whatever we do at the basic level. Common sense is necessary and needed if we will be able to advance as a people. But the kind of advancement and progress that civilization really, rides on is beyond common sense. We need, beyond common sense, what is called critical thinking. Critical thinking is a product of deep analytical thoughts. Then also, we need what we call the art of questioning. The ability to question what is not going on right, and the ability to even question what is going on right, to look out for, better options. Check all through. Innovations, creativities are a product of questioning. Now let us come to Ghana and by extension Africa. What do we have here? We don't have much of these, and that is also accounting for why we are not advancing as a people. Because we have just resigned ourselves to fate. We think that, whatever will be, will be. But what will be, will not be. What will be on the account of what we do. So, when we come to Ghana and Africa, we have the indigenous belief system. And it has eaten itself into wherever, all kinds of levels. We have the indigenous system, or the indigenous belief system, where we don't question authority. The religious system seems to be like, don't question God, don't question the Bible, don't question your pastors, don't question people in authority. When we go into our traditional system, you don't question the elderly, don't question, the chiefs. When it gets to on the national scale, don't question these people, don't question our leaders. But one thing is missing in it. So it is oftentimes said that the elderly is always right. We cannot progress as a people with such philosophies that the elderly is always right. Any day, any time, the elderly is always right. This mentality or this philosophy has drawn the average black man to think that it is almost disrespectful to question. Even regardless of how you put it, Immediately you begin to ask some questions, then people begin to label you. In the church, you'll be labeled as disloyal, you'll be labeled as a rebel. Even in the society, you'll be given all kinds of names. It's disrespectful. Even though you are not insulting, but you are raising questions. Advances are made by answering questions, but discoveries are made by questioning answers. I take it again. If you want to advance, all what you have to do is to answer the available questions. If you are in class 1 and you want to go to class 2, you just have to pass your terminal exams. Once you answer the questions, then you advance to the next stage. But that is not how discoveries come about. Discoveries are made by rather questioning the available answers. So it is through questioning that you come to a point that, wow, can there be a better approach to doing this thing? Why must it always be this? Let me give you just 1 or 2 examples. For almost 2,000 years, the world of science, or what in the ancient time they called it natural philosophy or philosophical naturalism, what they believed was that, the world or the solar system was actually moving around or orbiting around the earth. In other words, the earth was at the center of the solar system. This was proposed by a man called Ptolemy. And for 2,000 years, the Ptolemaic mentality of geocentric, that is, the earth is at the center of the solar system, was actually prevailing. Until a young man called Copernicus came onto the scene and he challenged it that no, it is rather the sun which is at the center of the solar system. How? He did it by, not answering the questions, but rather questioning the answers. The available answer at that time is that the earth was at the center of the solar system. Through questioning, he then found that no, it is rather the sun. And to date, we have what? Forgotten what Ptolemy said, and we have subscribed to what Copernicus rather said. Go through most of the inventions, or the inventions that have been released, was as a result of questioning, the available answers. This is what is needed as a people. It is about time we begin to develop the art of questioning. It is about time we begin to ask the questions why, how, when. These questions are very necessary. It is not an act of disrespect to question God. After all, in the good book, he opens himself up for questioning. He said that, come, let us reason together. Let us dialogue together. It means that there is opportunity to question. So God is not above questioning. God, we must question God. It is allowed. Even Jesus, he said that, my God, why? Why have thou forsaken me? It is a question. We must question God. We must question the Bible. If you don't understand something about the Bible, you are not causing, or it is not blasphemous to question it. You must question the Bible, because truth must always prevail. If the Bible presents as the truth, then it must prevail. We must question the Quran. We must question, the religious systems. It is necessary. We must question philosophies. Why is it that we do it this way? We must question our leaders in a respectful manner. We do not subscribe to being erratic, insulting, but we are saying that the art of questioning must be advanced. So if you're a parent and then your child begins to question you, don't slap it out. Don't shout on your child that, oh, it's not necessary, oh, no, it is necessary. So if we are building on these things, then we'll be able to raise a whole community given to critical thinking. It is sad that you will meet various people, PhD holders, professors, and master students, or even undergrad. The university presents as the highest institution of intellectualism in the country. But unfortunately, when you go there, when you are in dialogue, even with our professors, even with our PhD holders, so many doctors, when you are in dialogue with them, unfortunately, when you look at the perspectives and the kind of arguments they are making, it is quite sad and sickening. So the question is, even if these title holders think this way, then how much more, excuse my language, those in the lower ranks? So the quality or the value of critical thinking must be the way forward. It must be inculcated into the curriculum, the teaching skills, and then the students' body from kindergarten all through. That must be the way forward. Parents, we must pick it up and then encourage our wards to question whatever they see around them. They must question whatever they see around them, whether at church. Religious leaders, it is also a charge to all of us. I know how uncomfortable sometimes it becomes when said questions come, but they are very necessary. Perhaps what we may be doing, our practices and beliefs may not be the right thing. Through the questioning of, our congregants or the people, it can lead us to the right way. So also to our political leaders, our economic leaders, our traditional leaders, it is necessary. That is the place of sometimes town hall meetings and then community meetings where people get the opportunity to air their views, to question, critical thinking, giving ourselves to logical reasoning as we think when an issue presents itself. Let us not jump into just doing, as we said in previous editions, that let us not jump just into action or doing, but rather let us take our time and then assess. If you want to be given to critical thinking, these ways, some of the ways are that: one, you must be given to research. And then two, you must be given to intense questioning. And then three, you must be given to assessment or analytical assessment. These three things are key to live a life of critical thinking. You must be given to research. Our decisions at the personal level, corporate level, and national level must be driven by data. Why must we embark on something when we have not conducted necessary research on it? What is the data speaking for itself? What is the issue on the ground? We don't sit in the offices and then just out of feeling or to meet a political promise say that, oh, this is what we find palatable to do. We must be in touch with stakeholders. We must run researches. So is it not sad that Africa, though we have more than 668 public universities, but still Africa contributes less than 1% to global research? What then do you expect? This will be the state. With all our universities, with all our professors, with all our PhD students and holders, cumulatively, Africa of 54 countries contributes less than 1% to global research. So no wonder we have an impoverished state. This has been another edition of the Voice of Reformation, and particularly with a segment called the School of Values. These are values that we are yearning and our hearts are panting that it will be inculcated at the personal level, at the corporate level, and then at the national level. Today we dealt with the value of questioning and critical thinking, which is very necessary. Let us question the elders. Let us question our pastors. Question our imams, question the Bible, question the Quran, question religion, question philosophy. Let us question our educational system. Let us question everything around us. It is through questioning that greater opportunities will open. Innovation, creativities are a product of questioning. Never forget this statement that advances are made by answering questions, but discoveries are made by questioning answers. For any support system, for any help, we are very much ready to be of help to you. For any help to imbibe any of the values, just reach out onto us. You can share a comment or two, and then we are all in this together. It is beyond the capacity of an individual or even a single organization or movement. So let us collaborate. Help us. Share. Let it go viral. Just also comment and then subscribe to our YouTube pages. We as a people, we as an organization, we as a movement, that is the new African concept, we strongly believe in Ghana. And personally, I believe in Ghana, that Ghana is going to make it. And so must you. See you.